Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Bimo from Genie Guide. In today's guide video, we are going to learn how we can use the LinkedIn app as a complete beginner in this short tutorial video. But before we get started, if you are new to this channel, then do make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and also make sure you turn on the bell notifications. And without any further ado, let us get started. So before we start with today's video, if you don't know what LinkedIn is, then LinkedIn is a social media app which was founded back in 2002 before even Facebook, Instagram or any type of application began. Unlike any other social media apps, LinkedIn is completely different from all of those and is only used mainly by professionals and business leaders around the globe. In today's generation, many of the youth are also beginning to use LinkedIn application. So in today's guide video, we are going to discuss very detailedly on how you can use the LinkedIn app as a complete beginner. So you want to simply make sure to watch this video till the end. So the first thing you should definitely want to do is make sure you have actually downloaded as well as installed the LinkedIn application to your device. If you are on your Android device like me, then you can simply open your Google Play Store. And if you are on your iOS device, then you can simply head over to your device's respective app store. As you open the App Store, at the top of the screen, you'll be able to see the search box. You can simply tap on the search box and then go ahead and type in LinkedIn. As you type in LinkedIn, you can see the first application which comes up on the list is called LinkedIn Jobs and Business News. So you want to make sure that you have actually downloaded this exact application right over here. So after you download the application, the next process we are going to move on is to open the application and to log in or sign up for a LinkedIn account. So what we want to do is we want to simply tap on the open button right over here. As we tap on open, you can see it is asking us to enter our credentials. At the bottom of the screen, if you don't have a LinkedIn account, then you can simply tap or choose to continue with your Google account, or you can also choose to join now button right over here. And you can enter all of your credentials and then go ahead and follow the instructions accordingly and get started on LinkedIn. If you don't know how to create a LinkedIn, we also already have a dedicated video on that where we will show you and guide you on how you can create a LinkedIn account very easily. So assuming that we already do have an account, at the bottom of the screen, I'm going to simply tap on the sign in button right over here. So as you can see, we have been successfully logged into our LinkedIn account. Now if you want, at the top of the screen, you can also turn on dark mode to give your eyes a rest. So you can turn it on, but I'm going to simply leave it like that for the purpose of this video. So as you can see, this is how the home interface of the LinkedIn application looks like. Now yours may look different from mine because I already have multiple connections on my LinkedIn profile and you may just be getting started. So the first thing we are going to learn is how we can edit our profile as well as our cover picture on our LinkedIn profile. So in order to do that, on the top left hand side of the screen, you can simply tap on your profile button right over here. As you tap on your profile button at the top, you can have multiple options. You want to simply go ahead and type on view profile button at the top of the screen. As you tap on view profile here, it will show you my profile picture. I have not yet added a cover photo. So the first thing, if you want to change or add or edit your profile picture from your gallery, then you can simply tap on this plus button right over here. And you can see it will ask us to view or edit profile photo. At the bottom, you want to simply tap on view or edit profile photo. Now you can select a photo from a gallery, or if you're happy with this, then you can simply tap on this button. If you want to delete it, then at the bottom of the screen, you can simply tap on delete, and then your profile picture will be deleted and you can add a new photo in this way. Now for the cover photo, what you want to do is simply tap on the camera icon on the top right hand side of the screen, as you see over here. As you tap on the camera icon, again it will ask us that whether you want to upload from photos or you want to take a new photo, so you can go ahead and choose whatever you want to desire. The next thing we are going to learn is how we can add a LinkedIn headline. So as in my case, you can see currently this is my LinkedIn headline where I also have my hashtags as well as my position written on it. Now if you also want to add a LinkedIn headline to your profile, then you can simply tap on this edit button on the right hand side of the screen. As you tap on the edit button here, you can see at the middle of the screen, you have an option to enter your headline. Now you could simply enter any of the positions which you have, or you could simply type in a small detail about yourself, a small like a bio and a short introduction, so that people who visit your LinkedIn profile can have a basic idea on what you are all about and what your profile and connections are all about. So once you do that, at the bottom you can go ahead and tap on save, and your LinkedIn headline will be successfully saved on your LinkedIn profile. The next thing we are going to learn is very important on LinkedIn, and that is to actually add a position or background or add our portfolio. For example, if I scroll down to the bottom of my screen here, you can see my experience section. Here I have written all of my portfolios and my bios and so on. If I tap on show all experiences at the bottom, you'll be able to see all of the experiences and portfolios I have gained over years. If you want to add yours as well, at the top right hand side of the screen, you will be able to see this plus button. You can simply tap on the plus button. You can tap on add your position or add your career break. If you have been running on your career for a long period of time and you want a career break and you also want your connections to know about it, then you can simply tap on add career break. Or if not, then you can simply tap on add position at the top of the screen. As you tap on add position, here you can select the title, you can select the employment type, you can select the company name, location, start date, as well as the end date, and you can also select the industry, description, and your profile headline. Once you have mentioned all of those at the bottom, you can tap on save, and then your portfolio or your experience or your promotion will be successfully added on your LinkedIn profile. The next thing we are going to learn is how you can add and manage your networks, as well as how you can send or accept connection requests. For example, at the bottom of the screen, you can see this menu bar. Here what we want to do is, first of all, we want to switch over to the My Network button right over here. As we go to the My Network tab, at the top of the screen, you can see the Manage My Network button. You can simply tap on Manage My Network, and here you can see all of the people you follow. If I tap on Connections, and it will show me all of the connections whom I have added on my LinkedIn. So if you also want to learn how to add a connection, you can simply go back, and here you want to scroll down and you have all the recommended connections over here. For example, let's say I want to send a connection to a particular person over here. I can simply tap and connect, and the connection request will be sent to that person, and it is up on that person whether to accept a connection request or not. Now, if you want to accept the connection request which you have received, you will see at the top of the screen, in my case, there aren't actually any, so you can simply tap on the accept request button and then go ahead and accept the connection request which you have received, and people wants to connect to you on your LinkedIn profile. The next thing we are going to learn is how we can create a new post on our LinkedIn profile. As you can see over here, many people and pages are posting, and you can like, react, you can celebrate, and you can comment on this, as well as share their posts over here. Also want to learn how to add a post, and at the bottom of the screen you can see the post or the plus button. You can simply tap on the post button right over here. As you tap on the post button here, you have the option to update your status. You can simply tap on what do you want to talk about. You can enter your hashtags, you could enter anything if you want. Then at the bottom, if you go back again, you can choose to add a photo, you can add a video, you can also celebrate an occasion or add a document, or if you're hiring somebody, then you can also share that you're actually hiring. If you want to find an expert or create a poll, if you want to ask some questions and get thoroughly with the answer, and you can also tap on create an event to actually share your post on your LinkedIn profile. So you can go ahead and do that if you want to. It is actually a really simple and basic thing which you must do on LinkedIn in order to increase and grow your connections as well. The next thing we are definitely going to learn is very, very important on LinkedIn, especially for youngsters and youths who are actually seeking jobs and are looking to do something and improve on the career line. And that is how we can search for jobs on our LinkedIn profile. So if you want to search a job and you are looking for jobs, then what you want to do is at the bottom right hand side of the screen, you will simply be able to see this jobs button. As you tap on the jobs button here, you can see a new interface right over here. And at the top of the screen, you can see the option called My Jobs, and you can simply tap on My Jobs right over here, and it will show you a list of your jobs which you have applied for. Now, if you want to search for jobs, then here you have already some of the recommended jobs which LinkedIn thinks is best suitable for you. In my case, I am a content writer as well as a content creator, so you can see LinkedIn is recommending me all of the content creator as well as freelancing as well as content writing opportunities for my profile. So if you want to search for a job, then at the top of the screen you can simply tap on the search jobs button. You can simply select the title, skill, or the company for the skills you are searching for, the related titles, as well as if you also want to choose a location, you can simply tap your city or your state or your zip code or your district. In that way, you can easily search and apply for jobs on your LinkedIn profile. Now, if you want to post a job yourself because you are a hiring manager and you want to recruit somebody, you can simply tap on post a job button at the top right hand side of the screen as you see over here. As you tap on post a job here, it will ask us to create a job of the job title, workplace type. You can also select job location, company, job type, description, and so many more. Once you do that, at the bottom of the screen, you can simply tap on post and add to profile. So in this way, you can search for jobs as well as recruit on the LinkedIn profile. The next thing we are going to learn is how we can chat and connect with people or our connections on our LinkedIn profile. So to do that, at the top right hand side of the screen, you will simply be able to see this messenger icon. You can simply tap on this messenger icon, and here it will show you a list of messages whom you have messaged over the years. If you want to message to somebody, then you can simply tap on the profile right over here, and you can choose to select what you want to message to this particular person. And if you want, you can also share some of the files, documents, links, websites. You could send an audio file as well, and so many more in order to connect with professionals around the world. The next thing we are going to learn is also very important for your profile timeline. That is to actually add an about section on what your profile is all about. So as in my case, I'm going to show you what my about section looks like. If I go to the top left hand side of the screen and tap on my profile, you want to go ahead and simply tap on view profile. As we tap on view profile and then we scroll down at the bottom of the screen right over here, you can see the about section right over here. Now if I tap on see more, you can see these are some of the about section or a short description which I have added about myself. In your case, if you want to add, then you can add them here so that people who are trying to connect to you and wants to learn more about you can easily understand what your content and what you as a person are all about. So you can go ahead and tap on this edit button on the right hand side of the screen. You can go ahead and add anything which you want to do, all the professional backgrounds, your portfolios, whatever you want to add, your testimonial sections and so on. In that way, people will be easily able to find out what you are all about on your LinkedIn profile. The next thing I'm going to show you is also very important for your profile. If you have a written article or a post which you want to highlight on your profile. So let's say that in my case, if I go to my view profile option again and I scroll down here at the featured section, you can see this is a featured section right over here, and I have added some of the articles which I have written on this featured section. If you want to add some content to your featured section, then you can simply tap on this plus button at the right hand side of the screen. You can select whether you have a post or add a newsletter or an article which you have written, or maybe you want to add a link, or maybe you want to upload some photos and take some photos and add them to your featured timeline, and you can go ahead and do that right at this screen over here. And the next thing we are going to learn is also very important, is that how you can add your licenses as well as certificates to your LinkedIn profile, so that when people try to connect to you, they can know a little more about your background, your status and your certificates, your skill assessments and so on. So as I scroll down to the bottom of the screen, here you can see a section called licenses and certifications. Here I have added some of the certificates and licenses which I have received from Google, from LinkedIn app itself. Now if you want to add as well, you can simply tap on the plus button again. You can go ahead and upload a certificate and so on. If you do have one, you can enter your credential ID, your credential URL, your name, your issuing organization, and whether you also want to type in whether this credential does not expire or not. Once you do that, at the bottom of the screen, you can tap on save and your license or your certificate will be successfully added to your LinkedIn profile. The next thing we are going to learn is very important if for a referral purpose. For example, if someone wants to hire you, they want to know what you're all about. So for that, you want to scroll down and I'm going to show you how you can add and give recommendations on your LinkedIn profile. In my case over here, as you could see on the recommendation section, I have received a recommendation from one of my co-workers of one of my ex-employer. So he wrote something about me right over here, which means that he is actually recommending me to other people as well. So if you can see right over here, receive section, but I have not actually given any, so I'm going to show you how you can do that. If you want to ask for a recommendation, then as well at the top of the screen, you can simply tap on this plus button. At the bottom, when you scroll down, it will ask whether you want to ask for a recommendation or whether you want to give a recommendation. Now, if you want to request recommendations from people you already know, then you want to simply tap on ask for a recommendation button right over here. You want to search for people whom you want to ask the recommendations to and then go ahead and ask them accordingly. Or if you want to give a recommendation, then you can simply go back and right over here you can see give recommendation. You can select whom to choose and give your recommendation. You can write a small testimonial about themselves, about them, so that they will have a little bit of boost on increasing the network and getting more opportunities on their LinkedIn profile. And the next thing right now we are about to learn is how you can update your promotion on your LinkedIn. So for example, let's say you have already added a job before and now you have received a promotion on that job or on your career, and maybe you want to update that on your LinkedIn profile. For that, again, we're going to go back to our profile page right over here. Once we go to our profile page, you want to scroll down to the experience section. As we go to the experience section, now in order to update or edit our experience, on the right hand side of the screen you'll be able to see this pencil like icon. You can simply tap on this pencil like icon, and here you want to simply select a position which you want to update on your LinkedIn profile. For example, let's say I want to edit my top promotion over here. I'm going to simply tap on the pencil button. And then here you want to make sure you're actually selecting the notify network button over here in order to notify your networks about your new promotion. You can enter the title which you have received in as a new position. You can enter the company name. You can also enter the start date as well as the end date, and then at the bottom of the screen you can go ahead and tap on save. Once you do that, all of your networks will be notified about your promotion on your LinkedIn, and you can as well learn how you could update your promotion on your LinkedIn profile. The next thing we're actually going to learn is actually pretty basic, and for premium users is to how to actually upgrade to your LinkedIn Premium. So if you are using a free version of LinkedIn, sometimes it is actually good, but if you want to upgrade and have a more enhanced feature, then maybe you want to upgrade to a premium version of LinkedIn. So in order to do that, what we want to do is on the top left hand side of the screen, you can simply tap on your profile button. As you tap on your profile button here, you'll be able to see an option called try premium for free. Now it is actually not free. After you enter your payment details, the first month or a few weeks are actually free. So in order to learn how to upgrade, we want to simply tap on try premium for free button right over here, and here it will ask you how would you like your premium to help. So you want to simply select what are some of the expectations from LinkedIn Premium, and then you can see and go ahead and tap on next, or if you want you can also see all of the plans at the bottom of the screen on what the LinkedIn Premium is all about. It has many versions of LinkedIn Premium such as the LinkedIn Business or LinkedIn Career or LinkedIn Sales Navigator Core or Recruiter Lite and so on. Once you do that, you can go ahead and tap on the next button at the bottom of the screen. Once you tap on next button, as we said earlier, you want to simply select something which explains your needs and something that fits to your desires and your recommendations. So once you do that, you can tap on the blue button which says try for 1 month, and then try free, then subscribe, and it has some of the very basic prices. You want to add your payment method to your Google or your Apple, and then go ahead and purchase a LinkedIn Premium application. You'll have more boosted posts and connections than many other people who are actually on the free version of the LinkedIn app. Now we have discussed some of the most basic features of our LinkedIn profile on our LinkedIn application. The next thing we are going to learn are some of the very basic and hidden features of the LinkedIn application. The first is that you can actually also learn a course on the LinkedIn app, though not from the LinkedIn application itself. You will, in the mobile version, you will have to download an external application which is called LinkedIn Learning. So in order to do that, you will simply open your app store, and in the search box again you want to type in LinkedIn Learning. As you type on LinkedIn Learning, what we want to do is we want to simply install this application right over here and wait for the installation process to begin. Once you open the LinkedIn Learning application, you can see many of the options over here. You can discover courses, you can learn, you can watch, you can gain free certificates, and if you want to pay for a course, then you can also do that with the LinkedIn Learning app very easily. The next thing we are going to learn is actually very limited on the mobile app. So that is that you can actually post articles on your LinkedIn from your mobile device as well. So if I go to my app section right over here, and if I open my LinkedIn app, you can see there is actually no any option to post an article as in the PC version or the browser version of the LinkedIn application or the LinkedIn social media website. So in order to add an article on LinkedIn from our mobile device, we will have to go to linkedin.com from our browser. So first of all, what you want to do is simply open any of the browser which you have. As you open your browser, what you want to do is make sure you have gone to the linkedin.com at the top of the screen. Once you go to linkedin.com, you want to make sure you're actually logged into your account. Now over here, what we want to do is, as you can see, this is somewhat similar to the mobile version of the app. So let's say I want a desktop version, then on the top right hand side you can simply tap on the 3 dots, and then here you want to select desktop site at the bottom of the screen. Once you tap on desktop site, it will look like the desktop version of your LinkedIn application or the LinkedIn website. So wait for the page to load fully, and as you can see right at the top of the screen, you'll be able to see a button called Write Article on the right hand side in the red icon. You can simply tap on the Write Article button and then go ahead and publish your article by entering your articles right over here. And this is actually limited in the app version, so you'll have to do it from your mobile browser in this way. So we hope we discussed some of the most basic features of the LinkedIn application. The next thing we are going to learn is how you can actually delete, deactivate or close your LinkedIn account, because maybe now you have decided not to use LinkedIn no more, and maybe you are decided to delete it. So what we want to do is, once we open our LinkedIn app, on the top left hand side again we want to go ahead and tap on our profile icon as we have always done so. Once we do that, we can go ahead and simply tap on the settings button. As you tap on the settings button, you can see somewhat this is how the interface of the application is going to look like. At the top of the screen, you can simply go ahead and tap on account preferences. As you go to account preferences, it will show you some of the account information which you might want to edit, but we're going to skip all of that because we've already discussed some of these very basic ideas. At the bottom of the screen, you can see 2 options such as to hibernate your account, which means to temporarily deactivate your LinkedIn account. So if you want to deactivate your LinkedIn account, then you can simply tap on Hibernate account button right over here. Once we do that, your account is going to be temporarily deactivated. You can select many of the reasons right over here and then go ahead and tap on next on why you want to deactivate, hibernate your LinkedIn account. But if you are choosing to delete your LinkedIn account permanently, then at the bottom of the screen you can see the option called close account. You can simply tap on the close account button right over here and it will take you to a new page. Now what you want to do is you want to simply tap and continue, and here you want to select why LinkedIn is actually asking us to close this account. Now you want to simply enter your password in order to confirm the deletion of your account. So we hope we discussed some of the very basic features of the LinkedIn application and how you can use them on your mobile device as a complete beginner. We have discussed some of the many features, and maybe after watching this video now you'll be able to run many of the basic stuffs on the LinkedIn app. We hope you like this video, and if you did like it, do make sure to leave a thumbs up as well as subscribe. If you have any more questions or queries regarding this, then make sure to leave them down in the comment section. As always, thank you very much for watching till the end of this tutorial, and see you soon in our next video.